Hello. Oh shit. I haven't got my PNG tuber model up. Let me bring that up real quick. Where's the program? Can't find it. There it is. No, not that button. Run as administrator, thank you. I swear, I'm a good streamer. I swear. Cross my heart. I'm good at this. I'm good at this. I promise. Hello, Hanky. How are you doing? My friend has been trying to get me into Ace Attorney, so this will be fun. I'm with your friend. Get into Ace Attorney. It's such a good game. It's such a good, well, it's not just a game, it's a good series of games. I love all of them so much. I've only played the first two, but both of those were amazing experiences. I'm so glad to have played them on stream. Will you have a T-pose one day? Maybe one day I'll have a really scuffed stream where I use my my T-pose emote as my PNG tuber model instead of actually using my proper one, and that would be very funny. Where are we? Can I load in, please? There we go. Hello. Hello. That's a terrible question to ask because I'm very indecisive. I am so indecisive. Don't you worry. I'm such an indecisive person, so I can absolutely relate to you. Can't be any more scuffed than my starting streamer did. What happened? What happened, G Charizard? Oh, I'm interested now. I'm interested now. I want to know. Tell me the horror stories. I've had horror stories. I once had an hour-long Overwatch stream. Absolute horror of a stream. It was maybe 3 frames a second. The game itself ran fine. The stream ran absolutely terribly. And that's why I'm not sure I'll ever end up playing Overwatch again on stream. I mean, I'm not sure if I'll ever play Overwatch again in general, but Overwatch on stream... Very, You just finished playing... Ooh, who do you main in Overwatch Reborn? You're playing What's BR? I'm guessing that's Battle Royale of something, but I don't know what of. Apex? Fortnite? PUBG? Trying to remember any other Battle Royale games. Just sound issues, and I don't like how my voice... Sound issues suck. I mean, you can probably tell from... I've also had sound issues, and you were probably there to watch them. If I go too loud, sometimes it's like if I get too loud, I end up fading out like that one critical meme. That's like him going, woo! And then he disappears. The one that I used in my, most recent TikTok. TikTok? TikTok? What is a TikTok? Hey, me. What are we saying? Apex ranked? And why don't you use a... That is a very good question. You know what? I'll tell the story. I will tell the story of... Oh, did you hear me crack my knuckles just then? Because I heard that back on... Because I have my microphone for monitor and output, so I hear my own voice as I speak, which is a little bit weird out, but at the same time it's good, and I think you just heard my knuckles crack. Love that. Hanky, so... I feel like there's an... more how do I say this? So, give me a fucking second. There is a cat at my front door wanting to be let outside. Pepsi! Come on, baby! Why'd you do this? Bareback. E. There. There. And back. Oh, I just realized I didn't transition to my be right back screen, and that sucks, but oh well, we are back. Oh, scuffed intros, scuffed intros. Your screen went black? Oh no! I mean, a different assortment of characters, but if I had to stick to their class type, tank, Winston. Winston, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever really met many Winston mains. I sucked at Winston when I played Overwatch. Absolutely terrible. My tanks of choice were Reinhardt and Zarya. Specifically, but more specifically Zarya, but also Reinhardt. I just can't brain today. I can't. But anyway, to what Hanky said. So, I basically, when I wanted to start streaming, I started streaming faceless because I had a shitty computer with a shitty webcam, and I didn't really have much more. I didn't really have any money to get better equipment, a better webcam, stuff like that. I even had a fucking horrible microphone. If you watch my old streams, which I have one that is completely highlighted, but then I also have another old, then I also have like old clips and stuff. If you want to watch any of those, you will know that. Hi, Rabbit! How are you doing today, little kitty peek? Hello. But yes, when I started getting back into streaming more seriously, I had a better computer, and there were basically 4 options for me, which were faceless, VTuber, PNG tuber, webcam. Going on a nighttime bike ride? That's okay. Stay safe, but that sounds fun. But yeah, those were like my 4 options. And originally, I started off faceless because that is the easiest thing to do. It's cheap, it's easy, it keeps privacy. You can only really hear my voice, but you don't know my face or any of like my surroundings. But at the same time, I felt like faceless leaves a lack of connection, if that makes sense. Like, you don't have a face to add to the name, you know? Like, you don't, like, I don't know. It sounds conceited, but in a way that, like, if people wanted to draw fan art, they'd have no idea what I'd look like. They wouldn't be able to draw fan art of me if they wanted to. Like, it would be difficult to do that when I had really no branding that showed my face or a drawing of my face, or you had no clue what I looked like. And so obviously that ruled those out. Webcam is good, but webcam is expensive as well, some webcams at least. And also, I do like my privacy in the fact that I do like hiding my face. Also, it leaves me the opportunity to look absolutely disgusting while streaming, and nobody has the opportunity to judge me. Because they have no idea. They have no idea if I'm having bad acne days and I don't want to put on concealer and I don't want to look fancy. I can do that and I can just look the same. Why would we judge? People judge. Especially women or women-aligned people, feminine presenting people are... I mean, everyone's judged for their looks, but I think, like, women and feminine presenting people are definitely, like, more targeted when it comes to looks and stuff. So, unfortunately, I do think people would judge. You don't, I mean, if you don't judge, and I'm thankful for that. And I will probably at some point face reveal. I've done a couple of like, quote unquote, half face reveals on my Twitter, which is basically just me wearing a mask. So you know what I look like from the eyes upward, basically. And then obviously webcam was ruled out. The two other options were PNG tuber and VTuber. VTuber was definitely an interesting option, but VTubers can be fucking expensive. Not only do you have to, like, if you're not the artist yourself, you have to commission the art of yourself, and then you also have to commission the rigging of the model. Or you learn to draw it, and you learn, like, can't think of the word. Can't even think of the word. Like, either, like, you learn to do it, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of practice, or you get someone else to do it, and it takes up a lot of money. And I'm a small streamer. Maybe when I do get bigger and I feel like I have the opportunity to invest more money into my streams, then I will maybe upgrade to a VTuber model. But for now, I like my PNG tuber because it's very dynamic. It's very, like, it's cartoonish. And most VTuber models are very, like, anime-like, and that, if I got a VTuber, that's not the style I'd be going for. I'd want something that looks a lot more cartoonish, like my PNG tuber model right now. I wouldn't really want to look as realistic or as detailed as a lot of VTubers are. Exactly right, Rabbit Saucer. People do judge. Not saying the community judges. I'm sure that you as a community are all lovely people. I know you're all lovely people. I've talked to a lot of you. I'm talking to you now. But unfortunately, there are a lot of fucking mean people on the internet. There are a lot of them. Because behind a screen, people can say whatever the fuck they want with little to no consequences. And while I can definitely, like, ban people and move on if they're like, oh, you're ugly, or, oh, you'd look prettier with makeup, or you'd look prettier without makeup, because people say that as well. I just don't want that kind of negativity in my life, so I'd prefer to try and avoid those things in the first place. And, been told VTuber models can cost from, like, $100 to, like, $8,000. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, quack! Fuck! Quack time! Thank you! But yes, it can be incredibly expensive. Depending on the programs you're using, if you're doing it yourself, how close you are to the people you can commission, as you also said, Rabbit Saucer. But at the same time, like, I wouldn't want to pay someone nothing if they're doing that much art for me. Like, even, like, my friends and stuff, I'm not gonna be the kind of person who goes, oh, we're friends. Can you do this for me for free? Can you put in a lot of time and effort into doing something for me and you will get absolutely nothing in return? That feels a little mean and a little exploitative. Like, on my end, if that makes sense. Do you remember our first interaction? I do remember. I thought you said something and I nearly banned you, and then I realized it was a miscommunication. I do remember that. It definitely quite an embarrassing moment for me. Let me shake my chocolate milk. I'm thirsty. I need my milk. But yes, in the end, I settled on PNG tuber because it is fairly cheaper because there is no rigging involved, and you can also, well, not really get away with, but you can also go for a lot simpler design, and it's a lot easier to find a simpler design. And also, it's just, I don't know, I like it. I like the model I have. I like that I'm always smiling, even though I'm doing the saddest fucking, playing sad fucking games. I'll be crying on stream, and my PNG tuber model will be smiling, and it is so funny to me. Wouldn't either I wouldn't want to burden them in that way at all, but I would pay them in other ways, like with food or baking them cookies or something if they were the type to not take money. Yeah, like, I wouldn't want to get something completely for free when someone is doing something that most people, like, commission others to do. Like, most PNG tuber models and most VTuber models and VTuber rigging is something that people commission and pay money for. And I wouldn't want a friend of mine to miss out on that just because we're friends. Like, our friendship is enough payment. Like, no, I would want to give them something in return. Most likely money, but I don't know. Maybe buy them a game that they want. Something like that. I don't know. That's just like my kind of idea of things. So, I will say, I am not going to rule out ever having a webcam or... Oh. Why is my stream dying? Hello? Are we back? I think we're back. Fucking hell, my internet. My internet, man. Absolutely terrible. But yes, as I was saying, I am never going to rule out having a webcam or having a more expensive VTuber model and rigging in the future. But for now, when I'm a smaller streamer, when I don't make that much money from this or my job, my part-time job that isn't streaming, like, until I start to get more consistent income and reach other goals in my life, for now, I'm happy with what I got. I am happy with what I got. I am just vibing. I'm just chilling. Then I take them to their favorite place to eat and make for... Oh my goodness, absolutely. Dating an artist would be absolutely amazing. Because they probably would do stuff for you and you'd be able to give them all sorts of, like, nice stuff in return. Stuff like going on dates or, like, nice food and stuff like that. So I completely understand what you're saying, Rabbit. But yeah, will I ever have a webcam? Possibly. Will I ever have a VTuber model? Possibly. Am I happy with where I'm at now? With what my character looks like right now? Absolutely. I like where I'm at. And I haven't even opened my fucking chocolate milk yet. So I'm happy with doing this in a second. Ooh, you get to hear the ASMR. Because for some reason, the filters aren't working. Why is this filter not working for noise gate? Ba-da-da-da. How about that? Oh, you can hear. You can hear me type, though. How about this? Okay. Okay. This is interesting. Alright, this looks better. This sounds better. You can't hear me typing anymore. I have to tweak it a little bit here and there, but for now, maybe not. Give me a second. E. I don't want to have it so sensitive that it picks up everything, but at the same time, I don't want to have it so insensitive that it starts cutting my voice out as well. Because that had happened too. It's Ace Attorney time! I'm so excited! Where are we? Why is the game not turning up? Hey? There it is! Woo! Do 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 do. I'm so excited to continue playing this game. I'm so excited. Oh, the last 2 games have been absolutely amazing, and I needed a big break from Justice for All because the last case of Justice for All was a fucking monster. But now we can start fairly afresh again with Trials and Tribulations. I'm lucky you're still trying to figure out my persona. That's alright. It does take a long time. Mine looks a lot like me, so I think mine was quite easy to figure out because I was like, oh, I'll just model it after me, honestly. But other people, if they want to get more creative, I know Dead picked like my streamer, a streamer that I rate a lot, and he rates me back, Dead Pixels. He is like a very unique, like PNG tuber model, and like that's cool. So sometimes, like, I'm quite lucky because I decided to choose quite a simpler one. But I'm sure, like, ones that are more complicated and less like you can be harder to figure out. But now, it is time for Trials and... What does Tribulations mean? I'm going to Google this. What does Tribulations mean? A cause of great trouble or suffering. Oh god. We're gonna be suffering a lot in this game, apparently. You're back? Welcome back, Tiny Fox. You're just in time for the murder mysteries. Let me get in my comfortable little spot, in my comfortable little position. Also, is the sound okay? Can we hear everything all right? Feel free to tell me if there's a problem with my sound, if I need to turn myself up, or if I need to turn the game up or down, whichever way around. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited, honestly. Play game! Let's go! Oh! We've got a Mia story? Oh, this is gonna be good. I love Mia. We love Mia in this household. Turnabout memories. That Phoenix in the back? He looks really young there. He's not in his suit. So that's why I guessed young, because I haven't seen him in anything but his suit. The intros are better too. Oh. So they've just really stepped up everything, G Charizard? I'm excited. I'm excited. All right. I'm excited. Let's go. Eat! Yes! Oh, and I have to do the voices again. I forgot. How did I get into this mess? Oh? We've got a dead person. Why? Why did I do that? Ooh, what the fuck? Phoenix? That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Uh-oh. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that! Oh my god. Is that Phoenix? It wasn't me. I didn't do it. Is this Phoenix? This can't be Phoenix. 5 years earlier, Mia Fey's second trial. Is this a prequel? Is this a prequel game? That didn't even cross my mind. Is this a prequel game or is this just a prequel story? Interesting. Why did the victim look like Larry? He did kind of look like Larry. Just a little bit. Whew, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Ahem! Oh, Mr. Grossberg. Good morning. Is Mia the main character of this one? Oh, this is gonna be so weird because, like, my voice... I usually default to my default voice, like the voice I'm using now, as the voice for a main character of something. For example, Phoenix. This is my Phoenix voice. But now I have to play Mia, and Mia, I kind of made Mia sound like this. Like a little lighter, a little more elegant, eloquent, I guess. So it's interesting to have to maybe talk like this more instead of like this. That's gonna be weird. What are we playing? We're playing Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. AKA the third game in the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series. And I'm so excited. Also, I forget what voice I did for Mr. Grossberg. This is gonna be interesting. I don't know what voice to give him. Okay, I don't remember. Okay. Ah, Mia, please calm yourself down. I feel like he'd have a very low voice. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. What are you talking about? I'm relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I'm relaxed. That is not something that a relaxed person would say, Mia. Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't gotten the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service. Actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you surprised me. What with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said. And quite forcefully, too. I just found out yesterday. About the case, I mean. What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts? Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have. I think. Oh, dear. In any case, don't let our client see you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. Oh my gosh! It's Phoenix! What is this? Like, is this like Phoenix Wright at 18? I need to check the profiles. Phoenix Wright aged 21? But that's not his age 5 years ago. I'm confused now. You had me, then you lost. Okay, the game is called Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. It is the third game in the Ace Attorney series. It is about you are a defense lawyer solving murders. That is the game. It's more of a visual novel type game, but it's also a mystery. So it's my Mystery Monday. That is a child. He doesn't look 21. He doesn't. He does not. But I guess he is. Good morning there, everybody. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. I just wanted to say I'll give it all I've got. Yep, it'll be fine. No prob. This guy is a dork. Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Rye? Actually, it's Wright. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Look at this man. This man would not get COVID. He's wearing a mask with a cold. Right, Mr. Wright. You have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please let go of my shirt. Thank you for the cough, Hanky. That's right. He's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first trial I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. For my client, and for myself. God, Phoenix looks like such a dork. What kind of a guy wears a jumper this pink with a heart this red with a giant yellow P in them? Is this like a sweater that his grandmother knitted for him or something? And the red scarf? The colors are too much, my guy. They are too much. Look! Ugh! Too much, too bright, too much. Catch you again? Okay, Hanky? Have a good time, but I will say, not good streamer etiquette to self-promo like that, because that is self-promo. To say, oh yeah, I'm leaving to start my own stream. Not cool here, buddy. So I will be, deleting that message, and don't do that again. But I will see you next time, as long as you don't do that again. Something seems a bit more personally familiar about Phoenix. It does. Phoenix, well, I mean, he's 21. He's not a lawyer yet. He's a little bit more dorky. He's a little bit more strange. So that'll be interesting to see what he's like now. I'm sorry, that's all right. Just don't do it again, Hanky. But this is your first warning. I will say that much. April 11, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Oh, who is that? Oh, we haven't met him before. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh my god, we have seen this guy before! Never mind! What the fuck? What is this? Bro, just go bald. Just, if you're at this point, just shave your head. Please, I am begging you. I do like the green, though. I do appreciate the green. That makes sense because he seems to be more like Mina. Yeah, he seems a little more down to earth and less of... He's not a protagonist. He's a weird, funny side character. Pain with a pompadour. Pain with a pompadour? I thought I would never see the day. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense today is... Ms. Mia Fey, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem? I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense. Yes. Well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency. Emergency? But isn't that him standing there right next to you? Bro, just say you're taking over the case. You don't have to make up lies. Yes, well... You're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this? Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think. Oh, Mia. Oh, my wife. You gotta be a little more confident in yourself. That's the word. Couldn't think of the word. Confident. Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Oh, no. He boings it. Oh, Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I want to rip that off his head. I want to rip it off his head. I want it gone. Oh, please. Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Ah, don't worry, little girl. It'll be all over soon. What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me? Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. No, not a great name. Doug Swallow. I don't know how to feel about that. I'll catch you later, Henky. See you next time. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology. It sounds like he was a very bright young man. Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Oh, damn. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body and the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. They then called the police. That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence. Crime photo 1 added. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. I was wondering, has he been bashed to death? But at the same time, what is up with the has he been electrocuted? What the fuck was happening with this man? Why is there an umbrella over here? Why is it broken? His first name could be worse. It could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. You're so right. Your reputation for sagacity? I'm guessing that's how you pronounce that. Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death. An unusual death? What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. Huh? A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I am a genteel man, if you will. Are you now? I don't believe that. Sorry, excuse me. Need a drink. Weren't Doug and Wright holding umbrellas in the intro? They were, because it was raining. A what? Okay, if they're giving me a question, I need to look at these answers. Alright, we have the autopsy report. Cause of death was a fatal electric shock. Okay, we're learning. I'm gonna make sure we don't fuck this up for Mia. Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of. Ah, perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause? Go on. Please say you know at least this much. I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file. We just didn't read through the whole file. Come on. I'm putting in all this work and you're not figuring it out. SMH. My hemorrhoids are beginning to... Ew! Ew! What the fuck? You didn't need to tell me that! Ugh! TMI! Oh! Ugh! 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 Now see here! The details of the case are filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you? I did! Thank you, Grossberg. Ah, the court record. I think I can see that by pressing tab. Or just clicking it. All of the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data there and think carefully before you answer, my dear. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. I've got to stay calm. I can't let that prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look. I've just pressed tab here. Now then, would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death? Electrocution. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new, super powerful stun gun, perhaps? The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue. What's that? Why, motive, of course. Apparently there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Bad blood? What do you mean? Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude. That's Winston Payne for you. He's one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? I don't fucking know. Give me a fucking second. Phoenix Wright's girlfriend? Phoenix Wright had a girlfriend? Damn! Okay, King, and she's pretty too! There's nothing says the bad blood here. Oh, if they're asking me a question, I don't know the answer to this. And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence. Evidence? Oh, no need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it into old Greybeard's face. Yes, sir. Into old Greybeard's face. Mr. Grossberg. Try to set a better example for the young lady. Mia, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with tab, so be sure to go over it all. Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim? Well, I'm guessing seeing as she's the only other profile there, that the bad blood was the girlfriend? Possibly. How old is he? He's 22. He's 21, she's 20. Oh, dated the victim Doug Swallow up until 8 months ago. Oh, so the bad blood was the girlfriend. I don't know if we're allowed to help or not. You are allowed to make guesses. You are allowed to make your own theories. And when I ask, you are allowed to tell me what to do next, because sometimes I will get lost and sometimes I will ask for help. But try to keep the backseat gaming to a minimal until, like, I ask. The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here. Dahlia Hawthorne, is it? Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly she has some part to play in this story. Ah, he's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness. If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Faye? It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright... After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection. Very well. Court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Hello, Phoenix, You look fucking silly, my guy. Yes, I will ask, like, I don't know what to do. Chat, do you have any idea? And if chat doesn't know, then I use the greatest source of information. Google. Witness. Please state your name and occupation. Oh, yes. My name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect. No, he means what you did before you were arrested? Oh. I was a university student. Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student, Doug But I didn't do it! I'm innocent, I tell you! He's such a fucking dog! Look at his eyes! I'm telling you I was! Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of it? Hey, he's trying! He's trying, he's got a mask on! Come on, Judge, you can't say the same. Seems the witness has something he wants to say. Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor. Testimony time? Testimony time! Let's fucking go! I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. Oh shit. We're doing insults and testimonies now, are we? It's not a good look, Phoenix. I see. So you hardly knew the victim? Right! Like I said, I'm not a killer. Whew. It looks like the judge understands. You're being naive, you know. Too naive. Huh? It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. And that would be? This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Cross-examination? He's right. And it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if a witness's testimony contains any contradictions. Contradictions? If a witness is lying, the statements will conflict with the court record. But Mr. Wright is my client. Even if he is your client, in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see. What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now? That there was a lie? A contradiction? Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Fay. Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? Come on, Phoenix, be good to us. Hello, Elna, welcome home. How was your outing? He hardly knows the victim, yet he seems fit to call him names. Yeah, he does. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. I actually wonder what the judge's real name is. I don't know. I don't know what the judge's name is. That is... Ooh. Maybe I'll have to Google that. Alright. We press this. When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yes, sort of. The place where something happened, anyway. Something? We can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence. Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident. A coincidence, huh? Oh, Phoenix's animations are so silly. I am tired, but successful day. Did all the errands you needed to do. Good! Good errands days are very satisfying. What happened to Phoenix? So this is 5 years in the past. So we are currently playing Mia Fey and we are defending Phoenix for murdering his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. Is what we're doing. Where this, I don't know if the whole game is a prequel, but this chapter specifically is a prequel. You say you found the body? So who called the police? Huh? Unfortunately, it was some other students that notified the police. Other students? That's correct. They were witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there, next to the body in shock. What? Is this true, Mr. Wright? Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body. But I hardly knew the guy to begin with. This is where... Actually, no, let's go back and press this first. So you didn't know his face, or even his name, right? Right. Well, no. That is, I mean... So which is it? Did you know him or not? Now see here, you can't avoid everything. Sorry, you can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day. Well, I guess I did know his name. News to me? Why didn't he tell me that before? I heard he used to date Dolly. Who is this Dolly person? Ah, yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Dolly. How do you get Dolly from Dahlia? That makes very little sense. Oh, I see. My young love, so bittersweet. But that's all I knew about him. Never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. Fucking hell. Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear. Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yes, well... He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Ooh. Maybe he was a bit of a British wannabe. This just in, Phoenix Wright hates the British. You're getting Larry vibes from... See, suddenly, seeing Phoenix Wright now, it makes so much sense that he is childhood friends with Larry Butts. Makes so much sense. Looks so fucking dorky. Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean. Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff. See? It's true! Cross my heart! I swear I didn't do it. He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night. May I ask you something, Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor? What is it now? Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow? The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag. Oh, I see. So you mean like the Stars and Stripes, right? As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me. Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now? Mia, there is a contradiction here. Mr. Grossberg. Quickly now, show that boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean. Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully. Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point? What's the contradiction? Actually, let me see. Oh. Where's the Union Jack? It's not on the shirt. Phoenix, what is up? I can't handle this myself. 1 year ago, I was in a courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself. Oof. You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia. I'll be fine. I know what I have to do. Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof. Okay, Mia. One more time, from the very beginning of his testimony. Alright, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's it. Present. Con, hello! How are you doing? How did you react to playing as Mia? I was in shock. I didn't realize that this was going to be happening, but I'm very excited about it, honestly. My friend also told me that Phoenix and Edgeworth are in love. Not canonically, but they might as fucking well be. Those two are in love, in my full, wholehearted, little gay heart beliefs. Those two are in love. Okay, we present this. Yeah, I think it's right. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back. Miss Faye, is there some point to this line of questioning? Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute! He's wearing a leather jacket! The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Phoenix! Phoenix! Whoa, he's crying! Mia, you've made our client cry! Let him! Oh, sorry, that's Mia. Let him! That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyways. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. Did I go too far? By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Yeah, I took some, but... Was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X? Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. He lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case? Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now? Huh? Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene. What's this? In the victim's hand, it's Cold Killer X? Oh, fuck. The victim is holding cold medicine. Oh, shit. Phoenix is fucking doomed. Phoenix the type of dude to call himself a fan of the medicine he takes. Well, apparently so, he is. Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. Let me check something. Okay, the second photo hasn't been uploaded to evidence yet. However, I think I know what's gonna break the case apart. I think I already know. And everyone in chat, feel free to take a guess. Take your guess. What did I see in that photo that proved what I think will break this case apart? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it. What? Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright and hid it in his hand. His purposes in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why'd I say Mr.? Fuck. Order? Order in the court. Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence. Very well. The court will accept them into the record. There we go. They're in the record now. Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken. Broken? Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this? Ugh. This is really bad. Oh, my buttocks. My poor hemorrhoids. Shut the fuck up about your hemorrhoids. I want to die. Hearing that every single time. A ring? Not a ring. Not a ring. Though, honestly, I'm starting to doubt it. Let me check something. All right. Nah, I got it. Nah, it's right. I did look at the thing right. I know what this is. I know what this is. I know what I have to present. Oh, I'm so excited. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then at around 3, we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I'd been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Kelly, what's a hemorrhoids? Con? Con? Con, I am not telling you what a hemorrhoid is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm keeping your good little brain to not know what it is. If you need to know, Google it. But yeah, Charizard is right. You don't want to know. No! Can't stop asking people in chat what a hemorrhoid is, please! Oh no! Con's on a rampage! Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible. Ms. Faye, please begin your cross-examination. Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. What really happened? I don't know, but I know the evidence that I need to use. Pressing time! Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day, he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. And this Dolly person is? It's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart. Oof! What? What was that for, Mia? Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. Did Mia just slap her boss? What the fuck? Thalia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is. So it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right on time. You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct? Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. An alchemist? I see. I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. Oh ho, how fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for more details? Ooh, what details? Let's just go along. So you are absolutely certain that you met at 2:45? Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments? Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something. Well, it looks like he's right about the time anyway. Witness, let's go on with your testimony. No. Let's not go on. Let's not go on. Let's press this again. There was another question I was able to ask, and I'm gonna ask that question. Well, let me ask another question. There we go. About pharmacology department. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much of it, though. A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high-voltage electricity. That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high-voltage cables everywhere. High-voltage cables? Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high-voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. Okay. Interesting. Maybe we need to present this. Because the cable is obviously cut, right? But I don't know how to bring that up yet. So what was it you were talking about? You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometime. Hang out again sometime? I wish that were true. Then later when I went back, I found him lying there. So you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up. The absolute silence from everyone. Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. Oh, Phoenix, come on. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. Oh my gosh, they just straight up called him stupid, basically. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Mm-hmm. Her mini omelets are magically delicious. Ouch! Why did you punch me in the jaw? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. Mia? What? Why does Mia like punching people so bad? I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either. Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted. What do you mean? I knew it was too much work for a little girl. Huh. However, there is one mystery that still remains. There is, Your Honor? How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct? Well, that is... You are correct, Your Honor. So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. Establish murder method or can't right now. I think I can. I think I can establish the murder method. I think I can. Your Honor, Yes, Miss Faye? I believe that if we were to piece everything together we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died. That would be most impressive. Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence. Huh, of course I know how to do that. Actually, I had totally forgotten about that. Now then, Miss Faye, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted. Well, that was easy. I think we may have gotten it. Mia beating up her boss gonna get herself fired. She is. She's straight up just gonna get herself fired. Don't punch your boss's kids unless you want to get fired. Which maybe you don't want to get fired, and maybe instead of punching someone, you should just quit instead. Payne needs a haircut. He absolutely fucking does. I hate that little thing on his head. I want to rip it off with my bare hands. And I think he deserves it. As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well. What? But there is nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this a bit more in detail. Ms. Faye, where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon? What do you mean, where exactly? The man was electrocuted. Don't you think maybe this high voltage cable would be the murder? Well, naturally, it's right here. That's... What is that? Judge, you're telling me you don't know what that is? Buddy. A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard? The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere. So then, the high voltage cable? Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation. That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, I believe some praise is in order. Don't toy with me, old man. Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been the high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant. Is he the only one? Achoo! That much is certainly true. Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer. You do? Well, what is it? His fingerprints. Fingerprints? You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well. You mean... Yes. It was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand. What? I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable. Oh, Phoenix, this doesn't look good for you, buddy. Order, order, order. That's enough. I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us, we're done. Mr. Grossberg. My hemorrhoids never lie. The show is over, Mia. See, now I understand why this man's name is Mr. Grossberg. Because he's fucking gross. Shut the fuck up about your hemorrhoids, dude. Please. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him. No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent. No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt. Your Honor! At this time, I'm prepared to render a verdict in this case. Oh god, did we lose? Did we actually lose? Oh, please, can we not lose? Yeah, we didn't lose! Do you have something further to add, Ms. Faye? Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? Ugh. You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Faye, no matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you and I'll represent you to the very end. We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything. Well, wait a minute. Mr. Wright, I'll tell you what really happened. But I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further... I did it. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow is dead. That girl. Shouldn't see her anymore. Hey! It's none of your business! I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that! Oh, shit. Oh, did Phoenix actually kill this guy? On accident. Still an accident, though. Manslaughter. Manslaughter, not murder. You're making me laugh to the point I'm messing up my sketch. Oh, I'm so sorry! No! What you just said, was that the truth? Yes. I was afraid. Afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure. Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are. Please! Please give me one more chance to explain. This time, I swear I will tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. I still can't believe it. He really did push the victim. Ugh, it feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake. Shut the fuck your mouth, my guy! I hate Grossberg. He's not even that bad of a character, but we do not need to hear about your hemorrhoids literally every time you open your mouth. Get some help. Get some cream. Go to a doctor. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there dead. Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back, and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock. And that, as they say, is that. A simple explanation indeed. At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that. Doofus. Oh, she's insulting her own client. Wait, the Harlem Shake wasn't out when this game came out, right? When did this game come out? When was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations released? It was released on the 23rd of January 2004. When was the Harlem Shake released? 2013. What? What? So you're... Huh? So I'm guessing that either they predicted the Harlem Shake, which, by the way, the more plausible answer. They predicted the Harlem Shake. The dance existed before the trend. Okay. When was the Harlem Shake... Oh, when was the Harlem Shake dance created? 1981. Okay. I thought okay. I didn't know that. I thought that either A, predict the future, or B, in the release of the game on Steam, they changed the word to mean into the Harlem Shake to become more recent and relevant. Okay, this makes a lot more sense. Thank you, Eleanor, for saving the day. Oh my gosh, I'm a fucking idiot. Miss Faye, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he's innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. Alright. Stretch? I will stretch. Thank you, Liv. Welcome to the stream, Liv. I do need to stretch. My back's been fucking up lately. I realized I'm really far away from the mic while I'm doing that, so you just probably heard me like I was small. Might have been in relation to the Harlem Globetrotters? Maybe. Possibly. I'd see that. Okay. So I did ask for predictions. I did ask what I saw in the other photo that was strange. Right? Well. I'll give my theory now. Actually, I need to check something. Okay. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. But here's my theory. So. My theory is that Phoenix did not kill Doug Swallow. Fucking funny name every time I say it. However, he was framed for it. So Doug goes to meet Phoenix, wants to warn him about Dolly. He wants to warn him about Dolly. They're his ex-girlfriend and Phoenix's current girlfriend. Phoenix is like, fuck no, don't you dare talk about her like that. Pushes him, he falls backwards. It's also raining at the time. However, the cable is not cut yet. What I think is that to hide the secret of what was I going to say? Of what Doug was going to say about Dolly, I think someone cut the cable. And I think that someone was Dahlia Hawthorne. I think she ended up cutting the cable after the push, after Phoenix left. She was the one that cut the cable. And so it severed, and then it electrocuted Doug. What ticked me off as to him dying after the meeting was actually this photo because of the time on the watch. The time on the watch does not read 3 p.m. It reads about 5 minutes past 3. A few minutes past 3. So, they say his wristwatch, they say his wristwatch froze at 3 p.m. when he got electrocuted. But it didn't freeze at 3 p.m. It froze at 3:05. That was what ticked me off, that there was something weird about the timing going on. It was the watch. I don't know how that relates to everything else, but that is what I think. There's something suspicious, contradictory about these two pieces of information. But I do think it was Dolly that cut the cable after Phoenix left because she didn't want Doug to tell Phoenix whatever secret there was about her, which I guess there was a secret. But I don't know what it is yet, and we will find out. That is my theory so far. Let's see if it's right. So what kinds of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl. Is that all? Liv! Hello, baby! Everyone say hello to my girlfriend! Love of my life, the Liv of my life. Is that all? Yup. Well, Miss Fair, you heard him yourself. Oh, boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Anyway, after he said that, I just lost my temper and gave him a shove. Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen. Oh! Oh, fuck! No. Also, didn't Phoenix say he lost? Didn't Phoenix say he lost the Cold Killer X around lunchtime? Did he not also say that he had lunchtime with his girlfriend? Look at that! I'm a genius! She took it from him and then planted it on Doug's body to prove that Phoenix was the murderer. Oh my gosh. I am a fucking genius. I'm a fucking genius. It is all falling into place now. All of it. I connected that dot. Are you proud of me? Hell yeah, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of any dots that anyone connects. And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen? Right! There was nothing like that at all. But is it possible that you merely overlooked it? Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like cheap asphalt. I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, witness. I stopped paying attention for a sec to finish my sketch. What part are we at? We're at Phoenix's testimony where he tells us that he pushed Doug over. And we're currently cross-examining that. When they mentioned the lunch, I was like, oh, hey, you got onto it before me, but hey, I still, we're both smart. Good evening, Liz. Hello. Monday kind of hey, speak for yourself, Liz. My Monday is spent streaming. It's a day off. My Monday is pretty good. But you're right. Mondays can suck in a lot of ways. I know Garfield would agree. But I hope you did have a good Sunday. And everyone else who is currently experiencing the end of their Sunday. A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap. You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted. Is the sound of being electrocuted the sound of a snap? I think it would be more of a bzzzt, you know? Like, electrical sound. I mean, that would be my, I don't know. I haven't heard anyone, I don't know the sound of people being electrocuted, so I can't be 100% sure. But possibly. You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here. Ask for more details, fuck yeah! Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Aha! Could it have been... Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us! When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. Oh. He fell right on top of it and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard. Okay, so what I'm getting from this, in all the animations that we have of Phoenix pushing Doug over, Doug falls on his back. Falls backwards onto the umbrella and snaps it. Apparently, is what Phoenix is saying. He fell backwards, is what Phoenix is saying. However, in the crime photo, he is on his stomach, and the umbrella is away. If he died the exact moment that Phoenix pushed him, he would not have been moved to be on his back with the umbrella away from him. This man must have gotten up and then gotten electrocuted. That is my theory. Hello, Cookie! How are you doing today? I'm not sure how to prove that. I'm guessing that I have to enter this. I have to present this somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure where yet. It sucks because I feel like I figure out what happens. I figure out what goes on in this game, but then I don't know how to make it happen. Like, I don't know where to present the evidence to make sure it's understood and used correctly. An umbrella, huh? And did that umbrella belong to the victim? Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella. Cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. Phoenix, please don't insult the person that you are being accused of murdering. That doesn't help your case, my guy. Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone. Now that is something. That is something that I think also needs to be used as evidence. If he was soaked to the bone, he pushed back the guy fell and got and the theory that Phoenix killed him immediately by pushing him back and he immediately gets electrocuted. If Phoenix was soaked, wouldn't Phoenix also have gotten electrocuted? If he was soaked through like he says, wouldn't the electricity have carried through on a current through the water? Because electricity can carry through water, right? At least to some extent, from what I know of. So that's just a theory. A game theory. Is Phoenix being framed? Oh, he's absolutely being framed. I've known almost since the beginning that he's being framed. Basically, everyone in this fucking game has been framed. There's only one of these cases where the person we're defending is actually the murderer. And it was in last game. Wouldn't he need to still be touching the victim, though? I mean, if the ground was wet... It was raining. The ground was wet. Everything was wet. I do think to some extent the electricity could have traveled to Phoenix without him distinctly touching the victim. I don't know much about electricity and I don't know much about science, but I feel like that would happen. And I'm glad you're doing good, Cookie. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Gay. That's just what the Internet is. The Internet is gay. And that's all there is. Can't escape it. Miss Faye, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now? Yes. Well... Of course it's important. This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more than important, it's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony. Ah, how perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer. The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony. Alright, after I shoved him, he fell down on top of his cheap umbrella. Now we present the photo. There we go, and the music stops, so we know what that means. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier. What do you mean by that? Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole. You're absolutely right. The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive. No! Yes, Payne, yes. Order. The victim, he moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now? Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene. Look at this limp fucking dick-looking pompadour. I hate it. I hate him. I want to present it as evidence immediately. Hell yeah, umbrella added to evidence, baby. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic. But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind. According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind. No, but... I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment. No! I love that his hair flies back. I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. Yeah, Phoenix's testimony added to court record. Well done, Mia! Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about? Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone. I'm afraid I do not follow what you're saying. Let me guess. You have another witness. I bet he does, and I bet it is Dolly. I fucking bet it's Dolly. So it turns out pure water is an insulator and doesn't conduct electricity, but pure water doesn't really happen in nature, let alone rain. Ooh, so you're telling me I could be right. Interesting. Is it just me or is the judge hilarious? The judge is fucking clueless, and both love and hate that about him. Not so confident or pompous, are you? Apparently not. Exactly. And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible. What the fuck are these lawyers and their fucking long words? Get to the point, my guy, and stop boinging this thing. Stop stimming with your hair, dude. Just cut it off. Well, who is this witness? Ms. Dahlia Hawthorne. Badum. I knew it. Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly? I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. What? I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear. Bad news? You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this. You can't be serious. Mia, what do you mean by that? I think this is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Ms. Dahlia Hawthorne. Time to have a drink. God, this is a lot. Yeah, great because it's funny, hate because he's a judge. Exactly. I love him as a character, hate him as an obstacle that I have to overcome in the game. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's all right. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah, so I guess I can start to relax then, huh? Relax, my boy? You can't be serious after hiding such important facts. But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why. The love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dolly and we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, oh, she's so pretty. Her eyes. This is the look of a girl that can kill. This looks like the face of Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss. Let's be real here. One day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here! Take a look at this! She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. She gave this to him the day that we met as a symbol of love. The day that you met. And I thought lesbians moved fast. Come on now, holy shit. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this. So she gave it to you as a present, I see. This darling little bottle is filled with the memories of my darling little Dolly. It certainly is a little bottle, alright? It makes me so happy I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. That's sweet. I can't believe you're being framed by your girlfriend for her ex-boyfriend's murder. Unfortunate. Anyway. So after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What a strange girl asking for a present back like that. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, It wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? Huh? Why does that matter? Huh? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was, but how did you... This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse. What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse. Murder? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took such a key interest in this case. You believe there is some connection between these two cases, am I correct? There's always connections between cases! Always! There's always connections between these cases. Newspaper clipping added. I wanna know! I wanna know! What does the clipping say? I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself. Oh, yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find. Thank you. I want to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about over. We'd better all get moving. I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. Did it? It felt shorter. To be continued. Oh, no, fuck no, we're continuing this today. Come on now. Yeah, save progress. Down here. No, let's save this one here. There we go. Gotta save. Alright, let's continue. The return. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Plane? Mr. Payne, please call your witness. This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Ms. Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand. Let's go. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh my god, the butterflies. Oh my god. What's with this stiff silence? In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity. Oh my god. She's fucking beautiful. Good night, people. Good night, Tiny Fox. Thank you for stopping by the stream and chatting. I hope to see you next time. I can't believe he actually said that. God, this man is smitten. You are literally like 25 years older than her. Please die and stop being creepy. Oh, now then, witness. Could you please state your full name? Oh, what? Oh. Oh. Now, what voice should I give her? It needs to be the absolute most insincere but pure, cute voice of all time. Stretch? Thank you. Reborn, I will stretch. Eee. Stretchy stretch. Oh, my back cracked a little. Thank you for the stretch. Fun fact, most butterflies are drawn to the scent of dying bodies, so I think that might be on purpose. Oh my gosh! You're so right! Oh my gosh. If that's actually the real detail of it, that's kind of incredible. Manipulate, murder, manic pixie dream girl? Elna! That's fucking perfect. Okay. Time to do it. Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous. If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down to size. Jesus Christ, these men are already defending her. Aren't you meant to be the prosecutor, not the defendant? Stop trying to defend her. Prosecute. And I will bash them with my gavel. Judge! You are meant to be impartial! I love how they look straight at me when they say that. Thank you for calming my nerves. You are all so nice. I almost feel right at home. Not at all. It was nothing. If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor is all mine. No, the honor is all mine. Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yacht. Hello? What the fuck? Her milkshake brings all the boys to the yacht, apparently. Yeah, they are simping. That's actually what they're doing. They're simping for this girl. Holy fuck. Sir? Is there something I can help you with? You just go in and say whatever is on your mind. I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it. Yes. I can see why you'd say that. She's going to be a tough witness, all right? It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger. Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please. She calls him fucking Feeny. I can't believe that. Ugh. I like how your Mia voice is just your voice, but more pointy. It's more pointy and it's more dainty. It's more quaint. Oh, no, you meant Mia voice. Yeah, my Mia voice is just a little higher, a little lighter, and a little, I think I said earlier, elegant and eloquent. Pointy isn't a descriptive phrase that people often use, but it just sounds pointy. I know what you mean. It sounds more defined. I'm not, like, skipping syllables or skipping letters in pronunciation instead of saying, like, fact, as in fact, I will say fact. I will pronounce every letter I possibly can, if that makes sense. I had been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class was over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dougie got a wobbly? Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities. That was a weird testimony. You're taking just a tad of the Australian out of it. I am. Nut? Why are we nutting? I mean, she is pretty. Look, if I was Mia Fey and the witness was this chick right here, I think I'd nut a little. Just a little bit. Personally. So yeah, I may get it. I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong. Oh shit. Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please tell us the truth. But I would never. That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue. What do you mean by that? Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. Tee-hee. Fuck, she fucking tee-hees. She tee-hees. She legitimately reminds me of someone I used to know in high school. That's actually what's really funny about this. I'm looking at this girl and it hits me. This reminds me of a girl who was just so fucking insincere in high school, and she's all soft and ooh-woo and sweet, and then she is actually, like, not a good person. Jesus Christ, this is her. This is fucking her. I can't believe it. Anyway.
You haven't changed a bit, Mia Fey.
What's this? So you two are acquainted?
Yes, we've met before. Once.
In any case, Ms. Fey, the floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madame Fey.
Madame? Madame. Okay.
Madame? I'm no one's grandma yet, girlie.
Alright, time to cross-examine. Actually, I don't think I even need to press anything. I know what to do here. Suddenly, Dougie just got all wobbly and collapsed. I know what to present here, and that's present... No, where is it? Oh, we can check the newspaper clipping. Okay, let's do this real quick. Murder in the courthouse. Very little information is being disclosed at this time, since the victim of yesterday's incident in the district courthouse cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. However, police are questioning the 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim. Holy shit! Holy shit, this girl is a serial killer. Not just one. She's serial. She's for cereal. Anyway, what I was going to present was Phoenix's testimony. I think.
The witness's testimony just now is clearly contradictory, Your Honor.
It could be.
It has to be, right? I knew it.
However, your evidence doesn't show whatever contradiction you think you... What? Objection denied. Try to think it over again. No!
Well, there goes a few points with the judge.
No! How did that not coincide with Phoenix's testimony? Okay, I guess it's the fell on top of his umbrella that was a loud sound when this happened. Okay. Okay, so Phoenix's testimony wasn't his entire testimony. I fucked that up a little bit, but that's alright. That's alright. I'll save here so I don't fuck myself up any further. Let's just go with pressing. I got so cocky then. This is so sad. I wonder if the necklace she had has poison in it. Oh, that is a solid theory. I actually think that could be it, honestly. It's a bottle of something, so why not poison? Okay.
Now, unless I'm mistaken, Mr. Wright is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building? Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese... Senryu poetry. Senryu poetry.
Oh ho, how wonderful! Is that humorous yet satirical? Hey me! Yet satirical style of haiku, yes?
Nothing left to do. When a man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend.
That's supposed to be poetry?
Sounds more like a midlife crisis. For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through the back area.
Ah, yes, I see. That makes sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors.
How else would you enter? Teleportation? So who was this Dougie person? Oh, I'm sorry. Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago. So what were Dougie... Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright talking about anyway? can you be so mean?
Why is she crying? Why is she crying?
I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined.
That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Why am I being demonized here?
Please, go on. What did you see next? God, these people are fucking gullible. Ugh.
Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own? Yes. In other words, the defendant never touched the victim. Is that right? I was watching the whole time. Feeny never did a thing to Ducky. If I press her for no good reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. So what should I do about her testimony just now?
Oh, what should I do? I feel like I have to show contradiction, right? I'll save, though. Alright. Contradiction time.
Feeble lies are not very
What fuck?
Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never.
Miss Faye, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting... Mia's stare is just intimidating this man. Thank God. Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job.
Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did in fact push the victim. What? There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. Looks like we're finally getting somewhere.
Okay, press.
You didn't see it? Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground.
And at that time, there was only the two of them at the scene? The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow?
Yes, that's right.
Didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual. So you were eavesdropping? If you didn't... Are we eavesdropping? Caught her lying on the stand, let's go, hell yeah! Pogs in the chat for catching a lie.
So then, what did it look like they were doing to you? I thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation. Oh, give me a break. That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge.
Oh, I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge. Oh, fuck off. This is so creepy. What is it with these games and the old men, or the older men, being weirdly attracted to the young girls? I hate it. Just erase the existence of that from these games, please. Now then, please proceed with your testimony. This one.
When you say students, do you mean students from the pharmacology department? Yes, they're all very fond of their drugs.
Okay, that is funny out of context.
They're all very fond of their drugs. Their marijuana, and their cocaine, and their heroin, and their ecstasy.
Yeah, vaccine game is not not allowed here, but I'm glad that you're, like, figuring things out. It's so much fun to, like, be in the process of figuring things out as you go along. I love it.
Please try to stay on topic. So to find some pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct? That's what I was planning to do, but in the end I wound up not going. A group of about 10 research students came running out of the building entrance. Somehow they all seemed to know what was going on. The students knew what was going on?
Yeah, press for more details.
But how could the students have known what was going on? Well, I don't know for sure that they knew what had happened. It's just they all seemed kind of excited about something. It doesn't look like I'm going to get any more info about the students.
So did the students call the police?
Yes. I was just so... I was so panicked.
Yes, well, anyone would have been, my dear.
That girl. She's telling a super obvious lie and she knows it. She's just pretending to protect Mr. Wright. Yes, that's got to be it. Way to go, Mia. Okay, that means I'm going to have to dig deep to find the contradiction on this one.
Dig deep. When can we get this girl off the stand and into a cell? Hopefully soon. It depends on how well I can do at this. Let's save again. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either. I went to go and find some other students, and they called the authorities.
What kind of contradiction do we have to find here?
I'm just gonna press everything again to see. You by the pharmacology building. Yeah, you're studying poetry. You have to walk through the back area of pharmacology to get to the literature department. Okay. They were talking behind the building. So Dougie and them were talking. She doesn't eavesdrop, so she was just there, standing there. You didn't see him push, but you saw him fall. What did it look like they were doing? They were having a friendly conversation, apparently. And there was nothing out of the ordinary. And the students were excited about something, so they called the... So they came out of here and they called the authorities. Maybe leave it alone?
The pharmacology students, they have nothing to do with the incident. I think what I need is more information about Dahlia herself. That girl, she's telling a super obvious lie.
Alright, that's where we were. Sorry, that's the jingle of my elephants, if you can hear that. What do we present here? Sorry, I'm a little sleepy. Look at evidence real quick. That's what I'm doing. We have a fatal electric shock. Then we have the crime scene photo. Oh, okay. Okay, no, I've got it. It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either. Even though there was an umbrella, there was a loud sound. Okay, we present this here, I think. Hopefully. Crossing my fingers. Fuck yeah.
You say you didn't hear anything unusual. Is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me.
Oh, I love that when she does the flick of her fringe. She looks hot. I mean, she looks hot all the time, but especially when she's cocky.
That's nice, but I find it just a little odd. I have heard the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that? If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well?
Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable.
But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression.
Ah!
May I have a moment to answer?
By all means.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on, and I was listening to music at the time.
Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered?
The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet.
What? What is this sentence? Hello?
So the sky continued to flash and rumble.
Oh, Thor the Thunder God. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder, so I put my headphones on to block it out.
Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all.
Wait a sec, Mia. That testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh, okay. I have to guess what it was that changed this whole case. I'm gonna save. Gonna quickly save that. The students were excited about something, alright? College students or any students in general are always excited about fights. Oh, I didn't think about that. I don't know what to think about the students yet, so maybe that's something that's relevant, but I don't know what to do yet. Okay. I think it was lightning.
Your Honor, there is a problem with the witness's testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct?
Yes, what about it?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Ms. Faye.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning?
Oh, what? Speed run through those. I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me.
Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway?
The thoughts that occur to this guy is that he is into younger girls, and it is creepy.
This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, the victim of a stray bolt.
I have a feeling like this is absolutely not true, but I mean, it's working for now, so I'm gonna keep going with it. It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
All right, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty now if you don't.
Oh, pain? Sorry, he did 5 laughs instead of his usual 4. That's fucking annoying. I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Faye.
Huh?
I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at the location.
Oh! So now you're saying that your witness is lying? What?
What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case. Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence?
This affidavit.
And who was this affidavit from?
The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their labs that day.
That day.
Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day.
Was it a blackout?
All of the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor. So you're saying the equipment lost power because... Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report. I'm losing my mind over here.
Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
I see.
Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break.
Oh.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. However, there is one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss Faye, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Your Honor, I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try to regain some momentum.
Saving! I feel like this could be dangerous, so I am saving.
E. Let me just do this real quick. E. Right. Back. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion.
Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break?
Ooh.
Who or what caused the cable to break?
I have 2 guesses. My first guess is to completely turn the tider out and just straight up say Dahlia Hawthorne did it. However, the part of me that thinks we may have to go to a few other places first will say possibly the umbrella. I'm gonna go Dahlia first. I'm gonna go my brave guess first. This is it. This is why the cable snapped. Well, Your Honor?
I believe that the only thing that is snapped is the mind of the defense. Excuse me?
Ah, that was one of your best lines yet, Your Honor. Ouch, that was harsh. Please, Your Honor, give me one more chance.
Well then, let's hear it.
Okay, one more chance. All right, second guess, the umbrella. This is it. This is why the cable snapped. Well, Your Honor?
No? No?
Then what?
Well, now I'm lost. Oh my gosh, sorry. I thought chat was stuck and it turns out I hadn't scrolled down for a while. Your brother got suspended? Elna, are you okay? Is he okay? What the fuck happened? The judge is an airhead. He is, honestly. You pronounce affidavit funny? How's it pronounced? How do you pronounce affidavit? I'm gonna Google this. How to pronounce affidavit. Is it affidavit or something? Oh, affidavit. Okay. See, I don't even probably know what that word means, so the more you know. He's okay? Okay. I'm glad he's alright. But what? Now I'm fucking confused. Maybe he caused it to break?
This is it. This is why the cable snapped.
No? He's shaking his head again. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break? Is it gonna be Phoenix? It was. Fuck.
Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
The defendant's testimony?
He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that...
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right into Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage.
Damn. Yes, the prosecution also came to that same conclusion. And it was that very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted.
I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right. The victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break.
Well, that makes sense. And then the victim was electrocuted.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no. It doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by the severed cable in the foreground here.
Ah!
In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim.
And gee, I wonder who that could be. Order? Order in the court.
Ah, the lamentations of my enemy. How I've longed to hear them.
It's true. The defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way the defendant could have done it.
Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? The Madam Attorney's explanation. She said some things that are a little different than I remember them.
What?
What the? Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge?
Of course it's alright. Just go right ahead and give your new testimony.
This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors.
Oh, here we go. Another testimony. He got overwhelmed because these kids were crowding behind him while he was at his locker, and he's flung around to hit one of the kids away, but he had his big lock in his hand and it smashed the kid's head. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry, Lena. I'm sorry that your brother had that happened. That sucks. That's not a good look, even though it was an accident. I hope that there's at least some understanding that it was an accident and it was because he got overwhelmed. But, oh, I'm so sorry. You think it was an autism moment? I didn't want to say for sure, but I also thought it was an autism moment. I'm gonna be real. Gonna be honest. I really hope my theory that Pain loses his hair at the end comes true. Oh my goodness, that would be so funny. Maybe this case is the reason why Pain fucking lost all his hair.
The truth is, Feeny pushed him twice. The first time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Ducky tried his best to run away from him, but Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping and Ducky being electrocuted, it all occurred in less than a minute.
Now, why are you telling us this now? Well, because you don't want to be accused of the murder. You wanted to defend Phoenix entirely and make the idea that it was an accident. However, the evidence says that there isn't an accident, so now you have to blame someone, and because you're a serial killer who wants to stay out of jail, you're going to frame your boyfriend instead. So after being shoved, the victim got up and tried to run away. And that is when the defendant pushed him for the second time.
I'm so sorry, Feeny, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge?
Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Miss Fay, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Cross-examination time! He's undiagnosed, but I have suspected since he was like 5. Yeah, autism knows autism, and your brother is looking real familiar, Sunny Lena. My dear friend. Manipulative Black Widow. She is. She's manipulating. This girl, gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. All forms of it. Every single form. Pressing time.
Miss Hawthorne, previously in your testimony you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. I know. I'm sorry. I wanted to protect Feeny. So that's why you basically lied to the court? I was a bad girl. I know. Mr. Judge?
Yes?
Would you please forgive little old me? Of course he won't. What you did is called purge.
Oh, come on now. Is this a little old white lie? Oh, fucking hell. Judge! We'll forget it this time, but please be more careful from now on, alright?
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge.
Not at all. Ho ho ho.
The judge had better be more careful himself. A dark alley is friendlier than that girl.
Fuck. Damn, that is an insult. A dark alley is friendlier than that girl? That is a creative insult. I got an achievement called Beware, Your Honor. What does that mean?
You're saying you actually saw the victim get pushed into the electrical pole? I know he doesn't look it, but Feeny can be a bit of an imp when he wants to be.
Oh, really?
But I never imagined that he would cause an electrical cable to break. Feeny really is scary when he gets mad.
Yes, he sounds like a very dangerous individual indeed.
So let me get this straight. You were happily listening to music on your headphones while you watched this scene unfold?
Miss Fay, I'll have to ask you to stop badgering the witness.
I wasn't happy. I was so scared I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on.
Cheer them on? For what?
To cheer them on? What do you mean by that? Well, I wished the best for them both and that they would each give the fight their all.
What the fuck is wrong with you? That's very sweet of you to be so supportive. And what happened after that? This girl is weird. Dahlia looks like she belongs in the back rooms. This girl looks like she belongs at a tea party, is what I think. Steam introduced achievements for unlocking side dialogue. Oh, that's cool. I love side dialogue. I think I'm gonna be getting a lot of these achievements going forward.
That doesn't sound quite right. There were handprints found on the chest of the victim's leather jacket. Mr. Payne, were there also prints found on the back of his leather jacket?
Well, no, there weren't.
Madame Faye, may I suggest that you listen a little more carefully? What? I said that he crashed into him from behind, right? My Feeny wouldn't leave any prints behind in that case, would he?
Ugh. God, this woman. Every time I finish a cross-examination, I just go, God, this woman.
Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted? I'm sorry. I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away.
That's understandable. Yes, indeed. It would have been a horrific sight for anyone to behold.
If I don't figure out the contradiction here, it's all over. She didn't have much time to come up with her lies, so this is my best chance. There must be a hole in her testimony somewhere. Think, Mia.
I think I know. I think I know the hole. The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted, it all occurred in less than a minute. That is not true, because the affidavit says that the old power cable broke out due to some sort of impact at 2:55, but time of death, oh fuck, that's the wrong one, 3 p.m. Now the question is, which one of these do I present first? I'll try this one. It was not this one, damn it. Shit. This is the bit. I know that this is the bit. I know that this is the bit. This has to be the bit. It's just which evidence I present here. How'd this one? There we go. I was the wrong. It was a 50-50 chance and I lost the first time.
That's enough, witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture? Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold. It's not the medicine I want you to look at.
It's the wristwatch. And then this falls into place too! What did I say earlier? What did I say earlier? I'm a fucking genius.
It stopped at the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m.
Yes, and your point is, Miss Faye?
My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping?
Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 p.m. Yeah!
Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow.
Order! Order in the court! What is this all? This is nonsense! The real murderer?
Even you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for.
Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it?
There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow.
Fuck yeah, there was!
Only after my client had left the scene was there a window of opportunity for the real killer.
Ms. Faye, is the defense ready to indict someone as this real killer? Yes, we are, baby.
It's finally time. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor. We are ready.
Very well, but remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Ms. Faye. Now then, Ms. Faye, let's have it. Who is the real killer? Are we ready? Are we ready? It was you! Con, it was you? You murdered Mr. Swallow because his last name was stupid. You know what? I agree. Hey, if you're murdering him because his last name is stupid, make me an accomplice to the murder. Make me an accomplice. I also think his name is bad. What happened? Reborn, we are finally getting to the point where we can accuse Dahlia of the murder. And that is going to be the correct answer. Let's go.
It could only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne. What? How can you?
The defense is grasping at straws.
10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you.
So true, Queen. Order, order. Miss Faye. What? I mean, why? That is to say...
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. Ah! How can you say something so mean, Madame Faye? I didn't do anything.
Miss Faye, this is a very serious charge you are... Phoenix? Your Honor, please, I have something I want to say. You, what is it? Why is Phoenix doing this now, huh? What? Please strike everything the defense just said now from the record.
What the? Are you daft?
You're totally wrong, Miss Faye. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that. Phoenix, you don't have to ride or die this girl, please. Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab that man. Leave my Dolly alone.
That boy.
He's gotten himself in way over his head.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back.
It seems I've arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Oh, I want to read this police report. No, fuck off. No, stop. Give me... I want to read this. Incident overview. Location, District Courthouse Cafeteria. Date, time, August 27th, 4 p.m. Victim, Diego Armando. Occupation, lawyer. Suspect, Dahlia Hawthorne. Age 19. Woo! Details. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of the poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. Fuck! This just proves everything we were thinking. He was poisoned by her, and then she gave the bottle of poison to Phoenix, and that's why she asked him to hide it every time they went out in public, because it was evidence. It was poison. It's literally the murder weapon, technically. Not a weapon, but still the murder substance.
Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was looking for.
You'd better take a good look at it. It, details how you came to lose your boyfriend. No! She killed my boyfriend? Oh, you bitch! Holy shit! Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, really, Your Honor,
May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor?
Don't you worry, my dear. I have this situation well in hand. That is, go right ahead.
Madame Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright.
I told you that you should let me handle this. Sorry, please go ahead.
How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear.
I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be.
The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Further testimony? What about?
About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Phoenix Wright.
What could that possibly have to do with this case?
The witness claims that she had no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well, then. The court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge.
Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. The third testimony! Oh, this just got personal. It did! It did, and you did frickin' call it, Cookie. I can't believe it. We continue.
I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day.
We're so lovey, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think. Phoenix, shut the fuck up and do whatever. Have your cold. Keep coughing. Mr. Wright, do that again and you will be held in contempt of court.
And now we enter the final act of our little drama.
As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her! Grossback just said, get her ass! Let's go!
Alright, let's go. So until that time you had been dating Doug Swallow? Yes! I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly. I'm ashamed of myself.
No, not at all. Look at me. I'm infamous for changing my mind. You are, Judge. That's very right. You are. My critics have even taken to calling me Judge Fickle. Ho ho ho!
Maybe you should look for a different line of work.
Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why some people also call him the Great Judgini. Do they? I have not heard that since the 5 years of this case.
The courthouse reading room? That's a strange place to meet the love of your life.
I had a fucking brain death. Oh, a bot! Oh, thank you, Lena. Thank you, mods. Everyone say thank you, mods, for banning. I didn't get there in time. Fuck bots. Also, hello, Apple Baffle. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well.
That's not true, Madame Faye. After all, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Ms. Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room?
This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case. Miss Faye, I'm warning you. If this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case...
I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. I'd better tread carefully.
Doing okay? Just relaxing after having some back... Oh, back pain fucking sucks. I am so sorry, Apple. I've been getting a lot of it lately. Fairly mild, but still, I've been getting a lot of it lately. I need to figure out how to get it to stop. Let's keep pressing.
Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony.
Very well. Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
If it pleases Your Honor, the answer is simply this. I'd come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing.
That's not true. Don't even have to press that, because I know the truth. Stretch? Stretch? I will stretch. Thank you, Reborn. Stretch time. I hope that everyone else stretches when I stretch, because I think it is good for all of us to stretch together. I get it from time to time. It most definitely has something to do with my posture. Yeah, mine is to do with my posture. Definitely. Because my work is basically standing up all the time. I am always standing. But then on my days off, I am always sitting, and I'm always sitting in a very, like, weird position. Like, I will be curled up, or I will have my knees up against my chest, and I will always be kind of slouched over, and I need to figure out how to make a balance between those two postures so that my back doesn't hurt. Posture check. Okay, well, I will do a posture check right now, and I will actually get my knees from my chest and actually put them down and put my feet on the floor like I should be. Sorry, that posture check was great fucking timing. Brilliant fucking timing. Thank you, Cookie. I've never met a neurodivergent person who can sit normally for an hour, and you're right. We can't sit normally, ever. People who be redeeming points so you take care of your body? Yeah, that's what it's there for. It's to check myself to make sure that I am looking after myself as I stream. Because streaming can be taxing on a person's body. Like, you're not exercising, basically. Unless you're doing some sort of exercise stream, which not many people do. Pat Zap! Oh, Zap! I hope Zap had a good Pat. We love Pat. We love Zap. I don't know why I said we love Pat, but we love Zap. I'm evil and I use the points to ask about character. That's not evil. It's cool. I like doing tarot readings. Anyway. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason? What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Faye? 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy. Another tragedy? Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned? The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Dahlia Hawthorne? Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago. Ooh, it's all coming to light now. Order! Order! This is unbelievable. It's true then. The loveliest rose can hide the cruelest thorn. Miss Faye, that's not fair. You can't slander my witness with an unrelated case. I, Winston Payne, will not allow it. Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking. Pardon me. Go right ahead. It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me. Expressed some interest, huh? Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago. I see. Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now I've just got to stay on the offensive. Well done, Mia. Ooh, you've really lit a fire in my heart and my buttocks. Grossberg. Grossberg, I want you dead. In a ditch. Please. Holy shit. Zap is cute. Zap is cute. That's why I have him. Zap is my baby. We love our sleepy boy. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids. Shut the fuck up! I hate this man. I hate this old man. I hate him. I just realized I don't even know how old he is. Going to the court record. No, I want to see how old is this man to see. He is 61! This is a 61-year-old man. Gross is in his name. Yeah, gross is in his name and gross is in his fucking nature. What the hell? Anyway.
I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that.
What do you mean you wouldn't know where to get a poison like that? Your boyfriend works in pharmacology. What the fuck? Hi, Sky Natsume. How you doing? How are you today? So that's what happened here 8 months ago. However, as you've heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne. But I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination.
Ah! What the? Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger? Aha! Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. That proud posture and self-confidence, absolutely smashing. Ugh, smashing. Alright, we press this now.
What were you talking about with the defense attorney? Well, I'm sorry, but that's confidential.
According to the report, you were being interviewed regarding another case.
The lawyer that was killed. He said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in when I was younger. Why don't you tell us all about...
Fuck.
Why don't you tell us all what that incident was?
That has absolutely nothing at all to do with this case. Objection sustained. The defense's question is stricken from the record.
You get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne? Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign.
Don't worry, Dolly! I'll protect you! Phoenix! You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady.
Oh, Feeny. Please. Ugh. Those two are making me ill. Albeit for decidedly different reasons.
Ill indeed. My stray is now a lawyer. I am. It's time for cat lawyers. Cat girl? Cat boy? No. Cat lawyer. Then we do this.
How long were you gone? I've already answered all these questions for the police. But if you must know, maybe like 10 or 20 minutes? And where were you during that stretch of time? Using the toilet? What are you
what are you saying, Miss Faye? Toilet? My perfect little Dolly doesn't... No. Phoenix! Does this man legitimately think his girlfriend doesn't shit? Oh my god. What the fuck? I hate this. You heard the defendant, Miss Faye? Better luck next time. Oh my god.
Oh, Feeny, please.
The police have already looked into this whole matter. This line of questioning is nothing but a waste of the court's time. Objection sustained. Miss Hawthorne, please continue with your testimony.
About how much liquid is in 2 teaspoons?
Well, let me see. My bottle of eye drop says it's 1/2 fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons.
So it's about 2/3 of that amount, huh? The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there. special kind of poison? How so? Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect.
Oh? And where would something like that come from?
I'm sorry. All I know is I overheard the policeman saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it.
Chemical processes? Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive.
The better question is, how did the criminal get something like that?
Do I present this now and risk 2 points, or do I press it and then present? But No, I think I'm taking the risk. The risk paid off, baby.
You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison? I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab.
Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
The pharmacology?
His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Ah! Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all. And then it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at his very table. You. No!
Order! Order! Could it be? That's nothing but a basis.
May I say something, Madam Faye? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container.
Well, yes, that's true.
I was searched immediately after the incident took place.
Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down.
But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? She's right. They even mentioned that in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madame, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof. Proof? She got me good with that.
Provide some evidence or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Faye. Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead.
The police conducted a full-body search of Dahlia and of the entire courthouse. And yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
If you're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where is the container the poison was carried in? What happened to it? So, the question here is, do I present the necklace or do I present Phoenix? I'm gonna present the necklace first.
You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case.
There it is! Let's go! Why does she need a parasol inside? She's a vampire? Oh, quite possibly.
Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course.
So the defendant was this witness's accomplice?
Of course not. She gave the poison to him disguised as a present. What? But that's...
That's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Faye?
The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago, August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away.
What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. No! Ah!
Oh, she's about to go off the rails! Order! Order in the court! Phoenix! On behalf of Dolly, I object! Mr. Wright, control yourself. I won't let you bully her like this. Wait, why did I do Phoenix's voice really deep for no reason? Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat.
Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her?
Why? Because I'm madly in love with her. The ... Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway?
I'm sorry? What kind of weird sentence is that? Are you just trying to say that she's a 10 and he's a 3 or some shit?
You're a good read. Thank you. Thank you, Sky. That's really sweet of you to say.
I'm glad that people think that I'm a good reader. Because I want to put on, like, entertaining voices like this and stuff to elevate the experience of these streams, you know? Chop him up, beat his ass. Exactly. She's a 10, but she uses you to hide murder evidence. She does. That's legitimately what she does. She's a 10, but she's a serial murderer who frames you for the murders instead. Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me, too.
Mr. Wright, please, open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is...
because of that necklace, or to keep you quiet? Because of that necklace.
Dahlia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck.
My necklace?
Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself.
Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What a strange girl asking for a present back like that.
For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back.
You're lying!
But you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she... I don't believe you.
No! That's a lie! Ah! Eesh! Oh my goodness, now he's going off the rails. Everyone's crying, everyone's shitting, crying, throwing up. He's running? Did Phoenix run? Oh my gosh. Mia, you alright?
Yes, I think so.
That boy, he went completely insane.
Where's Mr. Wright?
It looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough.
Thank goodness. Oh no!
What is it?
The bottle necklace! Miss Hawthorne's present! It's gone!
What? That's terrible!
Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me.
Foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved him. What in blazes are we supposed to do now? No way. Now what do we do? What the fuck? Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me, I'm sorry. It's okay. Just give back the necklace. I ate... No fucking way. No fucking way. Phoenix fucking Wright ate a poison necklace. Because he is in love with a serial killer. This is the most Phoenix Wright thing I think Phoenix Wright has ever done. Holy shit. You what? You ate it? It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first, but yeah. You chewed it? That was the sound of my head hitting my desk, by the way. Just so you know. Oh, what the fuck? Ugh! Ah! What the? What? What is he doing now? Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it. Oh, this idiot. It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly that bottle did not contain a deadly poison. How can you be so sure? I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination. So it would seem... No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency. There, it's all right, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. I said her name so wrong just then. My man has powerful teeth. He does. How powerful are these teeth to fucking chew through a necklace to swallow it? My god. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong. That's enough. Unfortunately, Ms. Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the events. But why? This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand, but in a court of law, evidence is everything. Even after I proved so much, is she going to get away with everything? Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Ms. Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial. Oh. Mr. Wright! Oh my god, Phoenix objected! Again! Has he woken up? Has he realized? I'm sorry, Miss Fay. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you. What is it? That day, the day I met Doug Swallow. What? That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? Same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that! Wow. So actually Doug Swallow knew. Jesus Christ. Is that true? Did he really say that? That's ridiculous. There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. Oh my god. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, the defendant is... Miss Faye, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison the night before she killed Doug Swallow. The night before? Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Faye. If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this. Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore... Exactly who was Mr. Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill? My boy Phoenix Wright. There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. And that person was... Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me? That's preposterous. After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered. Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be. But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love. Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice. I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about. But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him? 8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met. You mean, that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright? Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true! You'd make an excellent voice actor. Thank you. That's really sweet. I'm not sure how well I would do, but maybe at some point in the future I could go for like a couple of voice acting jobs because honestly, I like the idea of doing it. I find it quite entertaining to do. It can take a lot out of me, but at the same time, I really enjoy doing these voices for these streams. Feeny, what a joke you are. Wow, what the fuck? Oh damn, she's sassy now. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me. Miss Hawthorne? It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine. I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne.
We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Ugh. Well, Hey, old man! Are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne! What's happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge?
God, the butterflies fucking return. You're very clear when you speak and transition well. You don't slip up much either. Thank you. You're being so nice. I'm so flattered. So thank you so much.
With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already.
Jesus Christ. Oh? Let's go, Mia.
I can't let her get away this time.
Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price?
You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
No. You'd better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Grey?
Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all? I think I've got it. Let me save first. Let me fucking save first. But I think I know exactly what I need to do.
If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof.
Impossible! You can't possibly...
Stupid woman.
It is the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
If you are unable to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor. I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there.
I know what to do here. I know this one. Well then, Miss Faye, please present your evidence. Show to this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright.
Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Hey, let's go! Cold Killer X? Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine. Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold?
If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned.
What?
Remember what the defendant said in his testimony.
But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us.
She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some.
Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine.
I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
Huh? What are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room. My client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer Dahlia Hawthorne appeared. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about, and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized, I can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poisoned cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago?
8 months ago?
Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it. In this case, Doug Swallow.
Let's fucking go!
Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation.
I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some? Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Mia Fey! Mia Fey!
Oh shit!
Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge. I'll see you later too, okay?
Huh? Why? Yes.
I'm going to go spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best.
Wow. Jesus Christ. The butterflies combusted? They did. The butterflies went up in flames. Holy shit.
Whew. It's finally all over.
I refuse to accept this. The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim. But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it. I don't care. I'm Winston Payne. And I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said.
Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this.
Yes?
Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said...
There. It's all right, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very, very life.
So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right?
You see, yes.
And here comes the backpedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life?
No. Yeah! My hair is flying off my beautiful... Holy shit! No! His hair! Oh my god! Mr. Payne? About Miss Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, Your Honor. I've filed papers for her immediate arrest.
Tragic. But not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning. Oh, fuck no! That was the funniest sentence you've ever said, Judge.
Don't lie, just admit you were wrong.
By the way, Miss Faye?
Yes, Your Honor?
Was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other?
Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case.
Very well. Mr. Payne.
This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like losing to my daughter.
It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Oh my gosh. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true.
My dear Dolly. Very well then. I believe I am ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright, not guilty! Let's fucking go! Woo! This court is adjourned.
Yeah, we did it!
We cause male pattern baldness. Hell yeah, we do.
What is the #1 cause of male pattern baldness? It's not genetics. It's not family traits. It's not DNA.
It's lawyers. It's lawyers. This just in.
Gonna go to bed now? It's like a 1:30 a.m. Good night, Cookie! Thank you so much for staying so long and chatting with us. I hope you have a really good night's sleep, and
I hope you don't have to get up too early in the morning, because that is fucking late. God. Let it be known I was correct with Payne going bald. I am happy and content. You were correct. You were correct. You get all the wins. Poor Phoenix. I know, this is so sad that Phoenix was in love with this woman who turned out she was just doing it because he was an unknown accomplice to her murders. God, poor guy. Mia, you were wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode. My Mount Vesuvius die.
I wish you had been in Pompeii when Mount Vesuvius exploded. That is what I wish. I wish for your death. Mr. Grossberg, do you, maybe think you could stop talking about them?
Thank you, Mia. Mia is, thank God. That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
Oh, Mr. Wright. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You know, I was thinking. Go on. The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand. I don't think that was really her. What?
Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things.
Maybe she was like,
I don't know, a fake or something.
Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best.
Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. Ugh, what kind of company does this guy keep?
Oh, Mia, you have no idea. You have absolutely no idea.
Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department?
Well, yeah, I am.
But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. I see. Say, Miss Faye? A lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself. But I
think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in court. What a cutie. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now, but even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. Episode 1, Turnabout Memories. The end. God. That was so good. That was such a long first case, but that was such a good first case. My goodness. All right, let's get a preview for the next case, and then we can go. And then I will end stream and raid somebody. The time is 1 a.m. Beep, 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 beep. Oh. Detective, we made it! Whew. What a relief. Glad the jewel is still safe. Gumshoe! You said it, pal. Must have been our rock-solid security. Oh, fuck. Would you mind opening the safe just to double-check? I missed what that sentence was. What's in the safe? I want to know. Show us. Ah! We've been had! Mask demask, salutations. Out front, guards, turn on the searchlights! Ha 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 ha. Better luck next time, gentlemen. Oh my god, we've got another guy who flies. Ah ha ha ha, excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. We've got another guy who fucking flies. We shall meet again when the next moon is full. God, can this man stop laughing? Damn. Title screen. We got another man that flies, everybody, apparently. And we've got a masked... Doesn't look like a murder. Which is rare. But wow. Alrighty. Thank you everyone. I will exit. I will leave. And then let's go ending screen. Oh. That was so good. I'm very happy to be back into Phoenix Wright again. I'm glad that I took the break that I did from the games because they can be so taxing. So taxing mentally. But I love them. Big fan. Now, let's see who we raid on this fine day. Ooh. Well, the PNG tuber that I talked about earlier is actually still live. So we're going to be raiding Dead Pixels, me-think. I don't think he's ending right now. Hopefully he's not. He's playing a game called, I'm ending stream. I'm tired. Con, permission to do it at the beginning of next stream. I'll refund you the points, okay? I promise I'll do it at the beginning of the next stream. But I think it's just time. I need to head off. I've already streamed longer than I usually do. Can we send Con off with Dahlia? Oh my gosh, no. No, it's alright. Con may be evil, but not that evil. I will definitely do it next stream, though. Or I'll do it off stream. I'll send you the card or DM you or something. But yeah. Oh, sorry, Con. Next time, I promise. I'll refund you the points so you can redeem it again. But thank you. Alright. Raid time. Raid message! I don't have a raid message yet, unfortunately. But you can make it you can make it some form of, like, just berry raid plus, like, my emotes. Like that, or something. Sorry, I'll come up with a raid message. I promise. But yes, today we will be raiding Dead Pixels. Dead Pixels is a cool guy in the community, and he raids me a lot, so good to return the favor. Plus, he's the guy I told you about with the more unique PNG tuber model, and I'm a big fan of it, honestly. So, yeah, give him some love. Say hi to him. He's playing Inscription, which is a card game that I'm kind of interested in, because it's a very, like, lore and story-based card game, and I honestly want it, so I might play it at some point. But yeah. Alrighty. So, if you want to join in on the community and talk with me outside of the stream, feel free to join my Discord. We've done a little bit of shuffling around with mods and stuff, so we do have a few less mods than usual, so make sure to stick to the rules, but hey. And then also, follow my social media if you want to catch up with me on other platforms. I'm active on 2, will one day be active on 1. I swear, my YouTube is coming. Reborn, you're so right. But thank you everyone for coming to stream. I will see you all next time. Thank you so much.